Saturday, January 19th, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 2019. Guys, in this video, we're going to southern Sweden, where I've received a photograph from a gentleman by the name of Niklas. He took a photograph during the overnight hours last night of the dark sky, and something appeared in the photograph that he'd never seen before. And I'm going to share with you that email right now from Niklas that was sent at 2:34 a.m. Saturday, January 19th. It says, "My name is Niklas from Sweden, and I have something to tell you." He said, "This morning I was sitting on my balcony having a smoke, looking at the stars." So he was out on his balcony, not behind a glass. He was outside. At 7:09 a.m., he said there was a light appearing from nowhere, just a little stronger than the stars. He said it was moving towards me and then disappeared after about 5 seconds. He said, "I understand that it was something unusual, so I took 2 pictures, hoping maybe something would appear in the pictures later. Instead of seeing a UFO light," he said, "there was a circle on both pictures." He said, "I didn't see this circle when I took the pictures. Maybe it's a portal or something wrong with my camera, a Sony Z3." And this is what a Sony Z3 looks like right here. And this is the aperture. That's the camera of the Sony Z3. Perfectly round. And there's a reason why I'm showing you that. That's perfectly round. He goes on to say, "I've taken many pictures in the dark before, and nothing like this has ever shown up." He said, "You have my permission to use these pictures if you find they are of any interest." He said they were taken from Jönköping, Sweden on January 19th of 2019. Well, thank you, Niklas. I did find these interesting. They did remind me of something that was observed in Southern California. A few days ago, a photograph surfaced from a young lady by the name of Michelle, and in the photograph appeared what looked like some sort of a Stargate. She sent the photograph to me. She was referring to this as a UFO. She didn't know what it was. She didn't see it either. And that's a real photograph. That's not a photoshopped photo. You don't have to Photoshop things these days. Anyway, here comes the photograph from Sweden that was taken by Niklas. This is the original, okay? And you don't really see too much, right? But he noticed something unusual about the picture, and this is of a dark sky taken with this device right here, okay? Perfectly round camera. Well, what you see here is not perfectly round, and he was describing it as a circle. So that's the original. Now I start adjusting the lighting and the color to try to pull that circle forward. And there you're starting to get a little better look at what appeared in this photograph. Looks like some sort of a portal in the night sky. And like he said, there was no light. It was pitch dark. So we may have yet another portal / Stargate anomaly showing up in a photograph above southern Sweden. And again, like Michelle from Southern California, he didn't see this. It just showed up in the photograph. Now what I've done here, these photographs that you're looking at, this is the original. And what I've done is just modified the color and lighting many times to get a different look at this thing, to see if we can pull it forward, quite possibly see dimensions, maybe depth. And in some of the photographs, you can see what looks like depth inside this original ring, this first ring. That's more of an oval shaped. It's not perfectly round. And again, the aperture on the phone is perfectly round. And I don't know how the phone would have some sort of a anomaly like this in the pitch dark. I suppose that it could. Here's a good look at it right there. And you can see it's kind of egg-shaped almost, and then it's got a ring around that. So there's 2 there, and then plus this little light down here that's kind of shaped like a triangle. Don't have any idea what that is. Here you can kind of see depth inside that ring there. This is back to the original. Very difficult to see, but it's there. There's a cloud kind of in front of it, or some sort of a vapor. We saw that in the photograph from Southern California. You could see the clouds in front of the ring. And that's what you're seeing right there. Same type of phenomenon. There's a small cloud right in front of that ring. And he didn't see it either, just appeared in the photograph. But I modified the lighting and the color many, many different times, and that's what you're seeing right here. Just a 5 to 10 second look of the dozens of times that I've adjusted the lighting and color. And I'll speed it up here just a little bit because there are a lot. I've worked on this for quite a few hours. And it's just highly coincidental that we have two photographs within a month now of what appear to be some sort of a portal slash gateway in the sky. And honestly, I don't think I've ever gotten photographs like this. And now I've had two in less than a month. So super coincidental, and I don't really believe in coincidence. So let me speed this up just a little bit. There's the bright light. There's the circle portal thing in the sky. Again, he did not see this. It appeared in the photograph. And these are modifications of the original photograph. There's a cloud right there in front of it. Again, in front of that ring. So that tells us, see, you can see again, that's in front of the ring. So that tells us that there more than likely was some sort of a structure in the dark sky that wasn't visible, but the outline of the structure showed up in the camera, in the camera's photograph. Really neat. Looks kind of big. And again, these are just multiple modifications of the original. I haven't modified the photograph, just the lighting and the color. And here you can see the cloud in front of the ring. You can see the ring really good here on that photograph, or that adjustment I made of the original in the background. And you can kind of see on this one here possibly some markings on it. This is multiple modifications of the original. We're getting here towards the end of this slideshow, and I've modified this many different times, just trying to pull forward the features. That's all. If there were any features to pull forward, and there was something to work with, as you can see, there was something there that did show up. If there wasn't anything there, I wouldn't have been able to modify the photograph at all. It would have stayed the same the entire time. So I do believe there was something there. Exactly what we're looking at, I don't know. There's a closer look at that light down there. You can kind of see how it looks like a triangle. Here it is in X-ray format, and you can see definitely there is something that's semicircular, that's more of an oval shape, like what we saw in California, in the sky above southern Sweden on January 19th, 2019. And like I said earlier, I've never gotten photographs. Let me take you back to that one there. That was a pretty good look. I've never gotten photographs of anything that looked like a portal or a Stargate in the sky for years. And now I've received two in the last month from different parts of the world, but they have similarities. And they almost look to be quite possibly the same size, at least the one in the center, with regard to the one in California. So that was the best I could do with the original, guys. The original is right here. You don't really see too much. There's that cloud that I was talking about that is in the foreground of the circular object in the background. These are some other pictures that I did some work on, and you can kind of see that there was possibly something there in the skies above southern Sweden on January 19th of 2019. Thank you, Niklas, for sharing. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.